Lads, what is going on? Like, I'm I'm just sorry. Like, obviously, we just kind of fell into some weird dimension. Like, I think all of us should be like looking at things around us in life to make sure, like, you know, like seeing things that just aren't real, because I think we're in the matrix right now. Um, because I can't believe what is going on with LeBron James. I actually just can't believe this. This does not make sense. It does not make any sense right now. Do you guys remember the viral tweet? Do you guys remember the viral tweet? LeBron is 31 years old. This fucker, he can't go on for much longer. That was 9 years ago. That was 9 years ago. 9 years ago. Do you want to know what people were saying in the year of 2015 when that tweet was made? Oh, LeBron James is going to be, he only has maybe another year left as the best player in the world. It's Anthony Davis's time. Do you want to know what they were saying 1 year later? If I was to start my franchise with any player, it wouldn't be LeBron James, it would be Karl Anthony Towns. LeBron James is better than Karl Anthony Towns at 40. Like, what age is Cat? Like, Cat's older than me, isn't he? Like, what's Karl Anthony Towns? Like 20, 28, 29? Karl Anthony Towns. Cat's about to turn 29. So Cat is, by the time Cat is reaches 30, like Cat's already probably, like, he's probably at his peak right now. He might be on the downturn. Cat may never be better than a 40-year-old LeBron James. In 2017, it was, I don't know, not LeBron was, well, I'm seeing as number one in 2017. 2018, 2019, it's Giannis's time. It's Giannis's time. And I'm like, yeah, look, I think Giannis has been better than LeBron James. In 2021, though, we were talking about how Giannis Antetokounmpo, he's done more at 26 than LeBron and Jordan did. He's on GOAT trajectory. And with these two players specifically, people underestimate how hard it is to go and win 3 in a row, or even make 2 finals in a row. People underestimate how hard it is to get to the end, go through a full 96 games, or win a full 96 games, or 95, 94, 93, whatever it takes just to get to the finals. To do that 2 years in a row. LeBron did it 8 in a row, and he is still at 40 years old breaking records. I know he's 39, he's 40 in a bit, but like still. He's the first player in NBA history to record a single quarter, to have a single quarter with 15, 5, and 5 and not miss. And he did it in in the fourth quarter of a game where they were down. Were they down? I can't remember. Either way, in year 22. In year 22, it's crazy when Skip Bayless, of all people, Skip Bayless, LeBron James, I am not worthy. You astounded me tonight. I'm in awe of you tonight. You came in to start the fourth. You scored 16 points in about 3 minutes at 39 going on 40 in year 22 on a back-to-back. Like, we are watching the NBA go through a load management crisis. We're watching, and I don't necessarily think it's a load management crisis. I basically think that we've got Brandon Roy and Kawhi Leonard, who is, instead of like what Brandon Roy did, was like, I'm going to go and try play as hard as I can for as long as I can till my legs give out. And Kawhi is like, basically Brandon Roy wanted to play every night, and then he basically played till he couldn't anymore and he retired young. Kawhi Leonard's is, I want to make as much money and play for as many contracts as I can, so I'm going to play less and less every year, just so that I can prolong my career lengthwise, even though he's never going to be healthy for the playoffs again. He's done. And in Joel Embiid, I don't know what's going on with Joel Embiid. That's weird. I have no idea what's going on with Joel Embiid. But we're in the quote-unquote low management crisis, where players are missing multiple games for injury prevention reasons. Not because they're hurt, not because there's anything, but just like to prevent potential injuries. And we've now got a 40-year-old who has basically said he wants to play 82 games. Will LeBron James be able to play 82? Probably not. Probably not. Like, it's hard to play 82, especially when he's trying to do it. Like, he's still going to be averaging like 25 a game. Like, I'm going to at some stage react to like the B Souls video, back in like 2020 where he's like, oh, by like 20, I think LeBron will be retired by the end of like 22, 23, but by then he'll be averaging like 16 points a game. So it's, that was like 2 years ago. There was a year he was like, he would have won the scoring title if he played enough games. And B-Saw was like, I think he might have 20 points a game in this year. Like nobody thought like he was going to do this. And look, I'm putting this out there right now. Like you're seeing Skip Bayless. It's gotten to the stage. By the way, Skip Bayless is someone that made his name being the LeBron hater. I don't think Skip Bayless really hates LeBron. I think you can always convince there are positives and negatives aspects to anyone in the sport. And it's funny because he clung on to the positive aspects of Michael Jordan. But there realistically, if the sports debate show had happened today, there would be the anti-Jordan. There would be the anti-Jordan. There would be the like, instead of putting cement over all the cracks, there would be the anti-Jordans, the we done with the 90s type people. They would exist. They would have existed in the 90s if sports media was the way it is. And like, look, he created the sports debate show. Like the way he would prepare for debates wasn't watch these games and give my opinions. It was like he would literally plan out what he was going to say, what he was going to start the argument with, and then basically have a freaking, you know, the like mats, the like trees where it's like my opponent says this, I say this, my opponent says this, I say this, whatever they say, like I'm going to argue, like planned out his arguments for every single thing. And it was like, it wasn't what he believed, it was just the arguments. And now that he's by himself, it's like, okay, he can give his actual opinion. And yeah, I think we're not going to see Skip be a LeBron James lover, but I think we're going to see a lot more LeBron James praise from Skip Bayless coming into it. And because he doesn't really have anyone to debate against. He really doesn't. He really doesn't, because like if you're Skip Bayless, you need somebody that's equally as much like psychotic work ethic, work rate as you. You need somebody that's willing to go toe to toe, match the energy of Skip Bayless. And you also need someone who's willing to say crazy stuff to the opposite effect of Skip Bayless and is cool with getting ridiculed for saying said crazy stuff. By the way, Skip, if you want a debate partner, angry Irish man right here, I'm very confident I can go toe-to-toe with you. Long term anyway. Maybe not straight away. But obviously that's never going to happen, but that would be fun. Either way though, yeah, LeBron James, the man, the myth, the legend, he's my GOAT for a reason. And we're now at the stage where there is no right or wrong answer for the GOAT. Like, I'll never say someone is wrong for saying Michael Jordan is the GOAT. But like, if your idea of the GOAT is who has just been sustained a level of greatness for longer than anyone we've ever seen, it's LeBron James. It is LeBron James. If your GOAT is who had the best 6-year peak or 3-year peak, then probably Jordan. But like, by that logic, Shaq is in there too. But it's like, and for people being like, oh, he's got 2 more rings, 1 more MVP, and a depoy and everything. It's like, he's a Hall of Fame career difference. And it's like, yeah, well, does LeBron not have like 5 or like 6 more All NBA first teams and like totality awards, being like, you could argue he's a full Hall of Fame career in the difference as well. But the reality is, like, every argument you can make for one, the difference is you're not arguing even the same thing. You're literally just arguing what your criteria for the greatest player of all time is. And I think if you're arguing anyone other than these two at this stage, especially because Kareem used to have the longevity argument, just doesn't anymore. I think you're crazy if you're arguing anyone other than these two. For me, it's LeBron. Obviously, there might be some bias there in the fact that I lived through the LeBron era. I didn't live through the Jordan era, but I was like cheering against LeBron for quite a lot of his time. The only times I ever cheered for LeBron was when he played for us for Miami and when he went against the Warriors, wanted them to lose every other series. So I think it's also just basically just saying how good this guy is at basketball. One of the greatest ever, and we're never going to see this again. And I mean that. Like, we are never going to see a 40-year-old be top 5 in the NBA. And not only that, be in the league since he was 18. Be top 5 in the league since he was 20. You can make a legitimate argument. Obviously, for the last 4 or 5 years, he's somewhere between 5 and 10. You can make a legitimate argument that LeBron James spent 20 years as a top 5 player. No one is ever going to do that again. Unless, like, there's going to be some weird surgeries that can, like, give you robotic knees, give you robotic joints that you'll never get injured. But that's not going to happen. Well, it probably will, but it's not going to happen anytime soon.